We are live with Just Incredible. Hi.
Right.
We're doing the fan question at this point. So to get started, do you think you and Lance Storm would have done well as a team, as a partner team in WCW?
Oh, I think we would have been a great team anywhere. I was so disappointed because they actually had us team against Edge and Christian on Raw in 2001, and they didn't call us the Impact Players. They had us go on a live Raw in Chicago. I'll never forget it. We had a killer match, fantastic match, and they never did anything afterwards. So I honestly feel like we could have been one of the best tag teams of all time, quite frankly, if either company would have done something with us other than ECW, of course.
Do you think racial gimmick like Man-O-War are passé now, or could they still be done if they're done right?
It depends. I think they're a bit passe, but Latino, like for example, Eddie Guerrero with the Latino Heat thing, with the Mexican thing, that got over really well. The Portuguese Man of War thing was meant more for Brazil because they're 75%, South America is 75%, Brazilians are speaking Portuguese. So I still think I still think it could work, but maybe not to the degree it would have back in the day.
Duke the Dumpster ask whatever came of the culinary school you attended back in 2009.
I went to culinary school. I enjoyed it. I worked at a couple different restaurants, as a matter of fact. And quite frankly, as good of a cook as I am now, and I really am a good cook. I cook every night. There was just the money is not there unless you really. It's like pro wrestling. You start at the very bottom. I was making 10, 11, $12 an hour, and it just wasn't cutting it for me. I just couldn't afford to do it at that level. To then, it was just too difficult, and it's just not worth it. And it's unfortunate because it's something I am very passionate about, but it's nothing on how it looks like on TV.
How did you like working for Juggalo Championship Wrestling?
I didn't like it at all. The guys are cool. The Juggalos treated me good. ICP treated me very good. They're good guys. They didn't pay very well. But no, the conditions were horrible. Very much indie jabron stuff, and I would never do it again.
Would you ever consider opening a wrestling school and sharing your knowledge?
I would not.
But you do it on YouTube, don't you?
I do it on YouTube on Pro Wrestling 101, but unfortunately, there are so many competing wrestling schools now, and it's just not worth it for me. From a financial standpoint, it's always anytime I've tried, put it this way, it's always been a losing endeavor. So it's not for me.
What do you think about Jeff Hardy problems as of late?
Um, I've known Jeff Hardy since he was 17 years old. We both started doing jobs in 1994. He lied about his age when he was 16 years old. I remember him and Matt coming up with, oh God, Italian Stallion from North Carolina. And Jeff has had a similar path as I have in that aspect with drugs and alcohol. I know he's suffering right now. And I just wish him nothing but the best, and I wish him well, and I just hope he does all right, and he gets the help he needs.
Matt Femme, one of our fans, is saying that you were his top five during ECW days. So it's not a question, but it's a great compliment. What made you leave WWF as Aldo Montoya in '96?
I was 23 years old, and I was wrestling 250 plus days a year at that time. That's almost 700 matches in 3 years. So I was coming into my own as a performer, and I was outshining some of the top stars they had in the ring. So I just wanted more. I saw my friends going to WCW, making big money and getting big opportunities, and here I am stuck as being a jabron. So I just wanted more, and I'd rather go take my chances and go somewhere else than sit there and let my youth and my talent be wasted.
Do you still wrestle part-time on a part-time basic
I
or?
I wrestle every weekend. Every single weekend, I'm booked. I'm wrestling this weekend. I'm wrestling next weekend, and coming up very soon, I'm going to be making a big announcement where I'll be wrestling for a pretty big company. So, I'm still 46 years old. I'm doing the Terry Funk thing. I'm middle aged and crazy. I might not be what I used to be, but I still got a little bit left in the tank. That's for sure.
Who was your toughest opponent?
Honestly, my toughest opponent has to be Sabu.
Fair. Did you know Vince Russo back in WWF?
I did.
Oh,
Yeah.
you did.
I knew Vince Russo when he was writing for the WWF magazine. Yeah.
Who were your best friend in the ECW locker room?
Lance Storm, Jerry Lynn, uh, Tommy Dreamer. Guys like that. Rob Van Dam, Sabu. Those guys.
In your opinion, why aren't the big monster-looking wrestlers not getting an not sure if it's an error. Why they're not getting a big push?
Why aren't the big guys getting a big push? Quite frankly, I don't think there are as many big guys out there anymore looking for that. I think right now it's the age of guys moving quickly, guys just doing everything so quickly. I think the era of the big man is lost, but not forgotten. And I think it's just a matter of a year or two before we see someone come around like the Big Show or like a Braun Strowman, who's already there, to kind of take those reins and to take that along. Absolutely.
Who are your closest friend in the wrestling business on a personal level?
God, I don't have many closest friends in the wrestling business, to be honest. Wow, that's a good question. Probably Sean Waltman. And this a couple guys you don't know that are on the independent scene. Scott Anarchy, and that's about it. That's about it.
What was your average paycheck in ECW on a weekly basis?
$3,000 a week.
Just out of the blue, your dream match against anyone, past or present?
Me and the Nature Boy.
Why does the clique mention you in the DVD that you were a part of the group when Shawn Michaels said you were in it? You weren't in it.
I have no idea.
Fair. Did Mark, I don't know if it's a personal question, you could move it away, but did Mark really screw up your cooking gig at Olive Garden? Is this just
Mark.
Who knows? We're moving on, G Damp 78. Sorry, I don't know what they're saying. Any stories regarding Gorilla Monsoon?
No stories, unfortunately. I wish.
Okay, let's go for 2 new ones, and that will be it. What town has the best arena rats?
Chicago and Philadelphia.
And the last one, why do you not attend the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame in Wichita Falls, Texas induction weekend in May? Or would you consider coming if invited to meet your fan?
If they pay for my ticket and pay for my hotel, I'll be there.
Last comment, not a question. He's not just the coolest, he's not just the beast. This is my friend, he's just incredible.
Thank you guys for everything. I appreciate it. Wouldn't be anything without you.